Today we will learn about operating system. In my previous videos, children, you have learned about this computer system organization, the basics, the fundamentals of the computers, and all about the computer unit, memories, types of memory in the computer, and the types of software. Today we will see in this part of the video that what is operating system. We have heard this term many a times. What is operating system? OS, it works like this, that, and so many types of operating systems. So today we will see in this slide what is operating system, what is the objective of the operating system, what are the functions and the services provided by the operating system. So we have heard of the term operating system and the definition that it is an interface between the user and the hardware. See, there are two ends. One is the user, the human, and the another is the hardware, that is our gadget or the computer or the machine. Now, how effectively a human will interact with the computer or the hardware, that is possible by the means of the operating system. So, it is not a hardware, rather an operating system is a software. It is a program which will create a compatible environment between the user and the hardware. So it is also called as, defined as interface between applications and the hardware. What are its objectives? The main objective is to make a compatible environment, to make a convenient environment to use the computer hardware. Then it is having efficiency. It uses the resources in an efficient manner. Then it can also develop effective applications, testing, introduction of the new system functions and other services of the computer. What are its functions? It is an interface, as I just told you. It creates a congenial environment between the user and the hardware. It runs the programs or the softwares. It manages the hardware devices. It helps in the storage management, that is organizing the files, the folders. It does the task of process management, that is, process means the task, job scheduling, job management, memory management, input-output management, error detection, device driver management. All the tasks are done by operating system. Since it is providing an interface between the user and the hardware, then what is an interface? It is a communicating link. And there are two types of interfaces basically. One is CUI, that is character user interface, and another is GUI, graphic user interface. The most common GUI is Windows operating system. Then we have heard of iOS operating system, Genome operating system, etc. Whenever it is a GUI, it is user friendly. Why? Because it is based on menus, options and the icons. And there are the shortcut ways to open the documents or the programs. The user does not have to learn the command as we do in CUI, that is character user interface. We can switch between the tasks easily. And there are different kinds of dialog boxes to perform the different types of tasks. Here is an interface of the GUI operating system. It is graphical because it has icons, it has images, it has applications in the form of the icons, which can be easily used by the layperson also. For that, you don't have to be very much friendly with the words, the phrases of using the computer or the technology. You simply on a mouse click can do wonders. Why? Because there are the application programs in the form of the icons which are visible to the user, and a user can interpret what it is about. So we can see that another interface, that is command line interface, as I just told you, CUI, character user interface. The older interfaces like Microsoft Docs, Linux, Unix, they are all command line interfaces. There you need to write the command at the interface. In order to write a file, create a file, copycon command is used. So they are a bit tougher in the sense because for a small kind of task you have to learn the command and then write the command, whereas in the GUI on the mouse click we can do so many commands and options. Then what an operating system does? It will run the program. It will manage the different applications. It can share the information between the program, copying, pasting, object linking and embedding. It manages the hardware, and hardware devices are controlled by the operating system. The file management, long file names, folders, nesting of the folders, it is all done by operating system. So operating system is the bare need of the computer hardware. If an OS gets corrupted, the system will not work properly. So in order to make a system functional, we must have a good operating system. That's it about operating system. Thank you. Have a nice day.